Kia ora and welcome back to CrashCourse New Zealand. Today's video will be a brief history of New Zealand, answering some of the questions that you guys asked last week and some you didn't as well. First up, Anthony asked about the weather, which is pretty varied, and it's really hard to predict the weather in New Zealand because we are surrounded by oceans, which means storms can form and disappear very quickly. But if we are generalizing, then Nelson is always sunny, Christchurch is perpetually overcast, Auckland does what it wants, and Wellington is forever windy. Eddie, the distance from Tucson to New Zealand is 6,941.7 miles, but if you were to fly here, you'd most likely fly or drive to LA and then go to Sydney and then come to New Zealand, which is a total of 26 hours. Miranda, the total population in New Zealand is just over 4 million people, although we did just have our census on Tuesday, so that figure might change. You'll be interested to know that the past two census results have shown that 53,000 of us are Jedi. Hector, yes, it is cold, although that really depends on what you call cold. I mean, most of the time the temperature here doesn't drop below 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 Fahrenheit, but it doesn't also get any warmer than 20 Celsius, which is like 68 Fahrenheit. Zebdeel asked if it snows, and yeah, it does, but mostly in the South Island and in the mountains. But it has snowed once in my lifetime in Wellington, and everyone went crazy. I mean, it was barely an inch, but man was it exciting. Valerie, this is our flag, which is pretty similar to this flag, and to this one, and this one as well. This is because the British really like putting their flag on things, and so we're all part of the British Empire, and we still are actually, along with Canada and Australia. And whilst we have our own government, the Queen is actually still the top dog. She's even on our $20 bill, which is another thing about New Zealand. All our money is coloured different, so it makes it really easy to identify quickly what it is. It's also harder to fake because it has UV patterns and plastic coatings and these window things, and you get the idea. Actually, a side note off that side note, do you know how to check if a $1 bill is genuine? Have a look for the small owl above the number 1. Pretty cool, right? Owls actually have ties all the way back to ancient Greece, where the Athenian owl was used as a symbol on some of their earliest coins. Why? Because no one can cheat an owl. So yes, Valerie, this is our flag. The strong case could also be made for this one, the New Zealand Maori flag. But we'll look at New Zealand's native people next episode. Quick bio at the end. Leah, uni is pretty hard, but it's also super rewarding, and I'm training to become a teacher. Sarahi, I study world history mostly, but I'm pretty good at US history as well as New Zealand. And Jackson, I've been to these cities below and 37 states in the US. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to be awesome.